Hey guys, this is Mars 2000 here, and I'm just here putting out this video because there's been a lot of talk the past week about the Jeff Hardy heel turn that took place at Bound for Glory this past Sunday. And yeah, if you saw Bound for Glory, you know exactly what happened. If you didn't, I'm sure by now you've heard that Jeff Hardy's officially turned heel and became TNA World Heavyweight Champion in the process, and he turned heel to join Abyss and the they group that Abyss has been referring to, which turned out to be Jeff Jarrett, Hulk Hogan, and Eric Bischoff. So that's who they were this whole time, and then Abyss is with them now, and Jeff Hardy turned heel to join they and Abyss. And anyway, there's been a lot of talk about the Hardy heel turn. A lot of people really support it. They think that it's genius the way TNA pulled it off, and I, for one, guys, just to let you know, I'm one of those people. I support the Jeff Hardy heel turn 1,000%. I love it. Jeff Hardy has needed a heel turn now for, I can't even tell you how long he's needed a heel turn for, but he's actually, in my opinion, guys, Jeff Hardy has needed a heel turn worse than John Cena needs a heel turn now. So I mean, the only time that I can remember Jeff Hardy ever being a heel in his entire career is, well, he was in like 99 when 1999, just before Owen Hart died. It was when the Hardy Boys were managed by Michael Hayes at the time, and they were feuding with the Brood at the time, and I remember that the Hardys were actually the heels in the feud and the Brood were faces, and the Hardys were managed by Michael Hayes at the time. And then I think at one point too, the Hardys were heel when they joined the Brood and they formed the new Brood. But both heel turns were very short-lived for the Hardys, and they're very unmemorable. And I'm sure there's just so many people out there who don't even remember Jeff Hardy ever being a heel, but he was for a very short time. But of course, for 99% of his career, he's been a face, and he's needed this heel turn now for as long as I could remember, and I applaud TNA 100% for turning Jeff Hardy heel. I think it's something that really needed to happen, and just like John Cena now, I mean, you guys, I'm sure you've seen my Turn John Cena Heel Now video, and you know how I feel about that, and I actually have been feeling the very exact same way about Jeff Hardy for the longest time. I just never put a video out about it, but I support the heel turn 100%, and whatever your opinions are, guys, I mean, I respect your opinions 1,000%. If you're in favor for it, I respect that. If you're fully against it, I respect that. Everyone's opinion matters, guys, and everyone's opinion is going to be different, but I'm one of the people who support the Hardy heel turn. Whether you do or not is fully up to you, and I respect that, and all respect to your opinions, guys, no matter what they may be. But I've also been hearing a lot of talk, too, saying that Jeff Hardy's heel turn is a complete rehash of Hulk Hogan's heel turn at Bash at the Beach 96, when Hogan turned heel to join the NWO. And I'm here to give my opinions and thoughts about that, guys, as to whether or not I believe that Jeff Hardy's heel turn at Bound for Glory 2010 this past Sunday was a complete rehash of Hogan's heel turn at Bash at the Beach 96. So first I want to get into the similarities and differences, guys, excuse me. Okay, the similarities between the two are they both took place at the very exact same building, the Ocean Center in Daytona Beach, Florida. Both heel turns took place at that very building, so that's a similarity. The fans' reaction to Jeff Hardy turning heel was very similar to Hogan's reaction as they, threw garbage into the ring, and that's exactly what they did for Hogan in 96 at Bash at the Beach. They tossed all their garbage and crap into the ring. Same for Jeff Hardy. And another similarity is that Jeff Hardy and Hulk Hogan both turned heel to join their respective stables. So in 96, Hogan turned heel to join the NWO, and in 2010, Jeff Hardy turned heel to join Abyss and they. So those to me, guys, are the similarities between the Jeff Hardy and Hogan heel turns. But the differences are in the way that the heel turns, the storylines leading up to the heel turns and the way they both played out are very different from one another. In '96, Hogan was sidelined for a while because he was off doing a movie, and they played promos, hyping his return and just promos to keep Hogan's memory going while he was, off doing a movie. And then in '96, the NWO and Scott Hall, Kevin Nash invaded WCW, and they pretty much told Eric Bischoff, you gather 3 WCW guys to face us at Bash at the Beach, and we'll be there and stuff like that. And of course, the 3 guys that Bischoff picked to go against the NWO are Sting, Lex Luger, and Macho Man, because Hogan was off doing the movie, of course. And so what ended up happening at Bash at the Beach, Hogan showed up at the very end of the match to what seemed like he was there to help WCW, but he ended up turning and hit the leg drop on the Macho Man and ended up helping Hall and Nash, and he joined the NWO that night. And to me, it's very different to how Jeff Hardy's heel turn was played out. Jeff Hardy, of course, was in a triple threat match at Bound for Glory, and he basically turned heel. Like, he didn't come out at the end of the match, and he didn't no-show and then appear at the end of the match, and only to turn heel. Like, he was there the whole match. And then Eric Bischoff came out with the steel chair, and then Hogan came out on crutches to what seemed like to confront Eric Bischoff, and then Jeff Hardy, who was on the outside of the ring, came in. He took one of the crutches from Hogan, while Bischoff took one of the crutches from Hogan as well, and they basically had a standoff between Jeff Hardy and Eric Bischoff. It looked like Jeff Hardy was going to hit Eric Bischoff with the crutch, as it also looked like that Bischoff was going to hit Hardy with the crutch, but in the end, Hardy turned around and cracked Angle in the back with the crutch as Angle was standing up, and then he took the crutch from Bischoff and cracked Mr. Anderson with the other one, hit the Twist of Fate, and pinned him to become the new TNA World Heavyweight Champion. But to me, the differences are in the way that the heel turns played out. And another difference, too, is that when Hogan turned heel in '96, he didn't 1 minute later become a champion, whereas Jeff Hardy, he turned heel, and then like a minute later he was the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, which was another great thing too. I applaud that too, because Jeff Hardy turning heel, like, it's great that he won the belt as well, and like, that was sweet. I mean, it goes good with his heel turn. He also debuted a new theme too, that a very slow, with a slow beat and a slow rhythm, and I think it actually does go well for a heel as well. So but those to me are the differences in the heel turn between Jeff Hardy and Hogan, is that just the way they were played out. They were played out completely differently from one another. They weren't rehashed and done in a similar fashion to one another. And the fact that, Hardy turned heel and became a champion like a minute later, whereas Hogan didn't become a champion the night he turned heel. Like, after Hogan turned heel, he pretty much just stood in the ring while the fans threw their trash, and he cut a long promo explaining why he did what he did. Whereas after Jeff Hardy turned heel, he pinned Mr. Anderson, became the champion. And then RVD came in to confront Jeff Hardy, asking him what the hell he was doing, and Jeff Hardy laid out RVD with the belt, which is another difference in the way that the heel turns were played out, I think. So, all in all, again, I support the Jeff Hardy heel turn 100%. Do I feel that it was a complete rehash of Hogan's heel turn in '96? No, I don't. Do I feel that they used elements of Hogan's heel turn in '96 for the Jeff Hardy heel turn? Yes, I do. Like, I definitely do feel that some elements were used there to turn Jeff Hardy heel that were used in the '96 heel turn of Hogan, but no, I don't feel that it was a complete rehash of the '96 heel turn. So, but whatever your opinions are on the matter, guys, it's up to you. I mean, I gave you my similarities and differences between the two heel turns, and it's up to you guys whether or not you agree or disagree with what I say. I fully respect whatever your opinions are 100%, guys, but I'm just giving you my thoughts and opinions of the matter as and if I feel that, you know, all this was completely rehashed from the 96 Hogan heel turn, and I don't feel like that's the case. I just feel that certain elements were used from Hogan's heel turn to incorporate into Jeff Hardy's heel turn, but no, I don't feel it was a complete rehash, guys. But anyway, guys, that's it for this video. I'm Madman Mars 2000.